What's going on, everybody? Chuck Creekmur here, AllHipHop. We're here with Rodney Barnes, the legend, the writer, the storied writer. What else are you nowadays?
Just writer, producer primarily. I mean, TV more than anything else, but I got this love for comic books that I just can't let go.
Yeah, man, so much respect for you. A lot of people don't know Boondocks is in your CV. We don't do resumes anymore.
No.
So how are you doing, first of all?
My LinkedIn account.
LinkedIn, yeah, right.
I'm doing good. Just busy here in Philly, once a year. The East Coast towns, because I live in LA. Love coming to them, Baltimore, Philly, DC. Never get a chance to, so this is cool.
What about New York?
We do New York every year. New York is always busy, crazy, kind of like San Diego.
Right, yeah. So, how have you, made out here? I mean, it's not as busy today on Sunday that it was yesterday.
Friday and Saturday are always the big days. Sunday comes with the contract. Do a few hours here on a Sunday and see what happens, but Friday and Saturday, as far as business is concerned, always the hot days.
Yeah. So let's talk about you as a creator. You've put out a number of, what do you call them, titles.
Yeah.
And some of which, now wait a minute, have any of these been converted into shows yet? Or
Philadelphia has been an option. That's the one that people ask me about the most.
Okay.
I'm shopping it around town. 11 Films as well, they optioned it.
Okay.
And just doing our best trying to get it set up. Sinners helps.
Yeah.
Rising tide lifts all boats.
Right. I was going to ask you about that. What you thought?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I think Ryan Coogler is truly a masterful filmmaker. Highest compliment is the nuance and specificity that he puts into the film. Set design, cinematography, it's not just point and shoot. It really is telling. The background and everything around it is telling a story as well.
Now with Philadelphia, what made you set that in Philly?
Loved the name. When I was a kid, when I was in the Boy Scouts, way back when they had Boy Scouts, we would come to Philly to do like field trips, go see the Liberty Bell, all of the history that's connected to the origins of the United States coming into being. So Philadelphia, juxtaposing the idea of democracy, plus some of the social ills that come with it, I felt like Philly would be a great, the duality of the two. The idea of what it was supposed to be and the reality of not necessarily what it's become, but aspects of what it's become. I thought would make for good storytelling.
I guess, Delaware wasn't good enough for you. Because they call Wilmington Kilmington. So.
Well, see, that don't sound. Philadelphia is a lot harder than Kilmington.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But I have an idea for a storyline in Delaware. I can't say it on camera.
Okay, don't
do
that.
But maybe when I develop it, I'll run it past you.
No, please do. Please do.
Now, your legacy, which I didn't know until pretty much way after we met, your legacy with the Boondocks.
Yeah.
How do you, in hindsight, I mean, I always thought it would come back.
Yeah.
First of all, any shot of that happening?
Never say never. I think it's a different time. When we were writing the Boondocks way back when, the early 2000s, social media wasn't what it was. Now they got this thing called Twitter, but it's X.
Yeah.
Where as soon as you offend me, you can immediately go and say, I didn't like what you did. I don't think corporations like that very much.
Right.
So we didn't have a whole lot of oversight back in the day. I think today's world, eyes are on everything. So, I think it would just be tough.
Yeah. But we are in an era of, it's different even in the middle there. So now the pendulum is swinging.
But the polarization, when people don't like something, they really don't like it. Like back in my day, if I didn't like something, I either didn't watch it or, you had to write a letter to get somebody to, and didn't really know if anybody was actually reading the letter or whatever. Now, like I said, you have direct access. You have people that are reading those things and figuring out how people really feel about the show.
Yeah.
So a show like the Boondocks, that's a satire. I don't know. How you doing? I don't know if there's enough satire made in order to be able to get people to see that the joke is trying to say something bigger than what it's actually saying.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a different time.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know, but instinctively, the way people react to comedy now is a lot different than they did back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. We won't talk about the intellectual capacities of the public. It's
I love
story.
everybody.
Another story.
Yes.
But as far as as that being a part of your legacy, how do you feel about that?
Very, very proud of it. I mean, I was doing network TV when I was doing My Wife and Kids and Everybody Hates Chris. So I did the Boondocks during that entire period. So by day, you're trying to figure out how to say something to get on network TV, and at night you're saying whatever you want to say. So it was a great juxtaposition of the two for a young writer at the time to figure out what his voice was and what I was doing. So yeah, honored.
Yeah. What are you most proud of?
In regards to the Boondocks or
everything?
Just that I've been able to do it for this long. I've been able to survive and live a relatively good life just by being creative. There's so many folks. If you would have told an 8, 9-year-old version of me that just loved comic books that one day I would be in this business or TV and film, I told you were crazy. And being able to come from Maryland, get to LA, actually be doing it for a while, got a pension coming.
Yeah.
So hey, man, I can't be mad.
That's what's up. And I see you with everybody. I'm looking here and seeing Exhibit. Exhibit just dropped a new album, by the way.
Shout
Pretty
out
good.
To Exhibit.
Shout out to Exhibit. Yeah. You've been so successful.
Conor McGregor. Yes. That's his dude.
Yeah. And you. It seems like you're cool with like random everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
I think the thing is, it's not when you grow up in a small town. Your friends kind of find you because you live in a small community. When you get out of that, you get into the entertainment business, friendship isn't the same. You have a lot of associations because people come and people go. But oftentimes when I find people and we kind of vibe together and we sort of relate to each other, either by family, how much we love our kids, whatever it is, you build community. And so if you can work with those people and make some money, Hollywood is a people place. You got to spend hours with people. You got to spend all of this time. Why not be with people that you dig and that dig you, and that you can do some cool stuff and hopefully make some money too.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Who was your favorite superhero growing up?
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Whoa.
There was a Swamp Thing Batman thing that I had. Darker Batman. That went into the horror realm. Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson Batman, but as it pertained to Swamp Thing, because he would show up in those books. But I love Swamp Thing, and then I loved the original in the 70s with Bernie Wrightson and Len Wein, and then the Alan Moore one that came later was my favorite of all time. So that one day I've written Batman, now I want to write Swamp Thing. I made it clear. I let them know.
It's gonna happen. And by the way, I follow all the people from the movie to this day. The Swamp Thing movie. I stalked Jude, Adrian. I'm just like, I love that movie. Even the little midget man, the guy that turned into the midget, I'm stalking him too. Yeah, man. All right. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Huh?
No, I thought you were thanking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.